Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Tuesday, the 22nd day of August, World Plant Milk Day.
Okay.
That sounds kind of confusing. International Day of commemorating the victims of acts of violence based on religion or beliefs. Well, that's too bad we even need a day for that. National Surgical Oncologist Day. National Bean Better Day today. National Bao Day. National Pecan Torte Day. National Tooth Fairy Day. And National Be an Angel Day. Heidi's kind of always an angel.
Oh, yeah.
I never said a good angel. It is a Tuesday. Going to speak with another angel, Heidi's dad. We always have fun chatting with him. Tuesdays with Charlie coming your way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs, whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit. We can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. When you come across somebody who answers a question quickly, do you subconsciously assume that they're smart?
No, not necessarily.
Well, it turns out it might not be the case. Researchers in Germany and Spain discovered in a study that, contrary to popular belief, those with a higher IQ were only faster when it came to simple tasks, but they actually took longer to solve difficult problems compared to those with lower IQ scores. Researchers found that brains with reduced synchrony, whatever that is, synchrony? I don't know how you
Synchrony, probably.
whatever that is, between the brain areas tend to jump to conclusions when making decisions. Mm-hmm. So reduced synchrony, which means dumber people like me, I think. I don't know. Those of higher IQs were found to take longer to research a conclusion because their brain is going through a process, waiting for certain brain regions to complete the necessary steps to come up with whatever they feel is the correct
makes
answer.
sense.
Usually when you ask me like a question, I answer quickly because then you think I know what I'm talking about. It's like, what do you think? 7? It wasn't even a possibility.
That was not an option.
All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know? It sounds too good to be true, but maybe it is. I don't know. A new treatment may finally zap away chronic pain for good.
That would be amazing.
Scientists at Johns Hopkins Medicine say that their new non-invasive pain treatment called Scrambler therapy is capable of yielding significant relief for 80 to 90% of chronic pain patients. Scrambler therapy involves administering electrical stimulation through the skin using electrodes placed above and below the source of chronic pain. The aim is to capture the nerve endings, replace the signals from the area experiencing pain with signals coming from adjacent areas which are experiencing no pain. So it's like jumper cables almost. I don't know what that is.
That's really a cool idea.
Yeah, interesting idea. I don't know how they came up with that, but there you go. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Sofia Coppola and Michael B. Jordan will be receiving honors at this year's Academy of Motion Pictures Museum Gala, alongside Meryl Streep and Oprah Winfrey. October 14th is when all of this stuff is going to happen. And they have permission to proceed from the people that are on strike right now. They're like, no, you keep going, you do your thing. So whether that's done or not, they're still having their event. And why did it have to be snakes? Harrison Ford's iconic character, Indiana Jones, petrified of snakes. But now the 81-year-old said, you know, it's kind of cool. They named a snake after him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. There's a new thing called a Tacre Mendes Harrison 40. It's a snake from the Andes Mountains of Peru. Discovered last year. That's kind of cool. And Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger have listed their Pacific Palisades home to $32 million.
Wow.
We should probably drive by and check it out. We don't. What's that? We don't have that in the budget.
We have nothing.
How about it's $32 million? How short are we?
About $32 million.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A report claims that people who eat fried foods have a 60% higher chance of getting heart disease.
Well, duh.
Yeah, 60%.
This is a new study. I'm sure glad they did this.
They did that study.
Yeah.
Just checking.
That's good.
So 60% higher chance of getting heart disease if you eat fried
Do you
foods.
suppose anybody listening is like, what?
Yeah.
Fried foods are not good for me?
I was eating my fried foods when I heard that on the radio. Yeah.
Wow.
I almost dropped my fried Oreos. And a different study found that 6 in 10 women over the age of 60 have active sex lives in their 60s. 6 in 10. So
Okay, that's quite a few.
that is quite a few.
It's quite a few liars.
Is what you're saying? Okay. And you break a traffic rule, it's fair to think that you'd expect to receive a traffic ticket. But someone in Toronto, some drivers there, have been handed a yellow or red card by a fake soccer referee for bad driving behavior lately. Since the start of the FIFA Women's World Cup, Martin Rees, a 59-year-old performance artist, transformed himself into Avery Goodcall. It's a FIFA referee sporting a black and yellow uniform, along with a whistle, who instead of giving real violations to players for unsportsmanlike behavior, hands out violations to drivers for not following the rules of the road. Goodcall says he came up with the idea after noticing that in the city, many crosswalks are routinely blocked by vehicles, which then sit there idling while waiting for a green light. He decided to come out in the traffic and give out some red and yellow cards, which is really like a universal language. He says he thinks everybody knows soccer. I don't know.
I don't know soccer.
I don't know what that means. He usually dons his alter ego costume during rush hour on days when World Cup games are scheduled. So there you go. I've got a link if you want to read all the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday, just because we can. We pick up the phone, we call my father-in-law for a little thing we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
Tuesdays with Charlie on the John and Heidi Show.
What kind of cool stuff we can learn about today?
Well, let's see what we got here, what my staff come up with here.
Okay.
I don't buy this because my wife buys all my clothes for me, but in an effort to increase sales, some clothing stores use mirrors that make you look 10 pounds thinner.
I know.
I've seen those lion mirrors before.
Dirty mirrors.
I have seen those before. I was looking in a mirror. I was like, wow, I look pretty darn good.
I have too, and then you get it home and you look in the mirror and you just a blob.
I don't look pretty good. How did I not notice the seams bulging in that other mirror?
There ought to be a law against that.
I agree. That is just wrong. Either that or they should sell them for at-home use so you feel better about yourself all the time.
Here, you're going to need this mirror to pull off that outfit. What do you mean? Trust me. Take the mirror. Don't ever go out in public. And then things should be fine.
I've seen some of the stuff you wear, and it has nothing to do with a mirror.
Hey, with the proper amount of mirrors, I look good. A lot of smoke and mirrors to make that happen.
Here's some restaurant news. Whataburger and Whataburger mean what, one word, and What-A Burger, both different restaurants, opened on the same day without the knowledge of each other's existence.
Really? So Whataburger and What-A Burger are two different companies that open on the same day?
Yep.
How crazy is that?
Meet me at Whataburger. What, where, who?
What a story.
Which Whataburger? I wonder if they're in the same community.
They might be in some. I think the one is like a chain.
Which one?
Whataburger.
The Whataburger one. That's interesting.
Well, that's why I give you this stuff.
It is.
Hey, then, speaking of food,
Yeah.
you like chicken eggs?
I do. I like chicken eggs.
Have you ever broke one open and seen a double yolk?
I have. It's been a long time, but I have. Is that good luck or something?
Well, no, I've never seen one, but you know the most yolks ever found in a single chicken egg? How many?
7.
Close. 9.
9.
Wow.
Holy cow. It's a lot of yolks, and that's no yolk.
Been a big chicken.
Must have been. Lived next to a nuclear power plant.
So was it a much bigger egg? I wonder if it had that many yolks in it.
I don't know, but I bet it hurt coming out.
I bet it did.
An egg with a side of tears. All right, you ready for a question from us, Charlie?
Sure.
All right, I've got a question for you here. At any given time, how many Americans are in airplanes over the United States?
Ooh.
I couldn't believe this number. It's a lot of people. How many people are flying over the top of the country right now?
Just Americans, though?
It says this
Or
many
people.
Americans are airborne over the
Okay.
United States. So I don't know. It's probably all people.
God, I told you this once.
I think you did. I don't remember the stuff
Tell you
you
a lot
said.
of stuff. Sometimes you retain it, sometimes you don't.
I know.
Let's go with 3 million.
No, it's less than 61,000 Americans. So you were a little high.
But if we're talking, I mean, if that is just Americans.
Okay. And this says in an average hour, there are over 61,000 Americans airborne over the United States. So I suppose if you add up a whole day, you're probably a lot closer. If you add up a whole week, yeah, you're probably right.
And if
on.
you add up the whole world, how many people
We're all in the air.
are airborne?
All the time.
Question, because if you said every hour, I'd have nailed it.
Oh, see, I wasn't specific enough. Son of a gun. Well, I'll try to be more specific next time.
Good.
Should we conduct an experiment and see if everybody will jump all at the same time? What would happen?
What are you talking
We'd
about?
knock like the Earth off of its rotation axis or whatever.
If everybody jumped up in the air at, say, 10 o'clock on the button,
Yeah,
somebody take a big leap up.
everybody jump all at once.
If all of our listeners jumped at the same time, we wouldn't have enough to spill a glass of water.
Hey, we have tens of listeners, Heidi. Listen to what she says about you, Charlie, and your portion of the program. It's not very nice, is it?
I'm talking about the whole program,
Oh.
not just a portion.
All right. Well, Charlie, it's always a pleasure. We'll talk to you again next week if you'll take our call.
Well, we'll see.
Bye, Daddy.
It's questionable.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
It's more important now than ever before to have a better credit card. We would love to help at bettercreditcards.com. We offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we can help you find a good fit for you at bettercreditcards.com.
Give yourself a little credit. Go ahead and switch to bettercreditcards.com.
That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
High heels were originally made for and long worn by men.
I think we've talked about this
Yeah.
before.
I
That is
don't-
hilarious.
I just don't know why they're so uncomfortable. I wore them for an event. It was terrible. Ladies, we don't even notice that. Quit
Oh,
wearing those
you
things.
do too.
No, I've never noticed. I saw the other day I was at a wedding and I saw a girl wearing a dress and tennis shoes. I noticed that. I was like, huh, you don't see that every day. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Coffee beans are not beans. They're actually fruit pits.
Okay.
Coffee fruit pit doesn't sound as good. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
In the 1800s, tornadoes were not called tornadoes. We've talked about this. They were whirlwinds
That's
or
right.
twirl blasts.
Yep, we have talked about
I
that.
do like those. And our final Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
There are more barrels of bourbon in Kentucky than there are people in Kentucky.
That's pretty great.
11.4 million to just 4.5 million. So a lot more bourbon in Kentucky. Several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help you protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Now your Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way courtesy of Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. Survey says these days 47% of new relationships start this way. What is it? 47%.
Online.
I'll give you credit for that. Sliding into somebody's DMs. So like you meet in a group somewhere and you're like, hey, why don't you send me a personal message?
Okay.
So sliding into somebody's
DMs. I'm sliding into your DM.
That sounds kind of disgusting, really. I know it's not, but it doesn't sound good. All right, Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you cringe when you get your mobile phone bill? Mint Mobile can help. Just $15 a month for premium wireless. Give your family a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone to Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That is far less than most people are paying. Just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now some weird news. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. Two stories here, both about Britney Spears. She made an unexpected announcement shortly after it was confirmed that her husband, Sam, has filed for divorce. They've been married for just 1 year. Spears took to social media to tell fans this: I'm planning to buy a horse. Yeah, that was her announcement.
Oh, wow.
A photo of her on a horse.
That's
on
fantastic.
A beach saying, buying a horse soon, exclamation point times 3. So many options. It's kind of hard. 3 exclamation points again. A horse called Sophie and another called Roar, question mark, question mark, question mark. I can't make up my mind. 3 exclamation points.
Jeez, lots of exclamations.
Driving her Mercedes Wednesday with a naked ring finger. They just wanted to put the word naked and Britney in the same space. And then speaking out following that, she said, I'm not here to explain why, because it's honestly nobody's business. 3 exclamation points. But I couldn't take the pain anymore. 3 exclamation points. I've been playing it so strong for so long, and my Instagram may seem perfect, but it's far from reality. You think that seems perfect?
Yeah.
I had to quit following her.
I've never once thought that.
I honestly had to quit following her because she was posting so many photos completely nude or almost nude, and I would open Instagram and that was the first thing that would pop up. I'm like, I gotta quit following her. So I'm praying for Britney, and I encourage others to as well. Weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. These are baby names that are set for a comeback. So apparently all of these are coming back. We'll start at number 20. Chester, Edwin, Louis, Leo, James, Estelle, Evelyn, Inez, Adeline, Margaret, and Noah. That's the top 10, or the bottom 10.
Okay.
The
I didn't
top
know
10.
James went away.
Oh, apparently it did. Number 9 is Abraham. 8, Vincent. 7, Oliver. 6, Henry. 5, Florence. 4, Dorothy. 3, Betty. 2, Julia. And the number 1 is Eleanor. And I know several people with babies that have those names.
Yep.
I've got nieces and nephews with those names. We've got friends with grandkids with those names. So yeah, I got a feeling this list is correct. So baby names set to make a comeback, according to the editor-in-chief of Random Names. That's the list. Brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. If you're looking for a new opportunity, South Dakota is calling. There's over 27,000 open jobs at this very moment. Whether you like the city life or if you're more of a fan of the rural lifestyle, South Dakota has plenty to offer. From the Black Hills and the Badlands on the west side of the state to the rolling prairies in the middle with many small towns and the city of Sioux Falls on the eastern edge, there's no state income tax in South Dakota and many job opportunities. Learn more about what's waiting for you in South Dakota at movetosd.com. That's movetosd.com. Time now for the quote of the day. Comes your way, courtesy of insurancechicken.com. Quote today is from James Thurber, who says, "Women are wiser than men because they know less and understand more." Whoa.
Okay. That's
Don't know that that's a good quote.
kind of a backhanded compliment.
I don't even know if it's a compliment. That you understand more, I guess. That's nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, James. Thanks for this awkward conversation. All right. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. I think this is good news. It's also good news we're almost done.
Yes, your voice.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Good news brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Good news today. Viewers donate over $400,000 to a Burger King employee after a video goes viral. So a guy at a Burger King who's been there for a while has not missed a single day of work in over 27
I've seen this
years.
video of this
So,
man.
Kevin Ford is a cook and a cashier in Las Vegas at the airport Burger King. He went viral in June when he posted a video sharing that he's not called out of work in nearly 3 decades. Thanks to the generosity of people who saw this video and his unwavering commitment to the job, he's been recognized with about $400,000 in donations, including $5,000 from actor and comedian David Spade. In the viral video, 55-year-old grandfather shows off the gift that he received from Burger King in honor of the big feat of being there, the entire time for 30 years.
Yeah.
The gifts were movie tickets,
Yep.
a Starbucks cup, some candies, pen, keychain. Still, he appeared very, very grateful in the video. He thought it was great.
Right. He wasn't complaining. He was posting a
Yeah.
video. Look what I got.
That's the best thing is he didn't
Yeah.
complain at all. But
Yeah.
one of his
But
daughters...
everybody watching is like, you know what? I think this guy deserves a little more than that.
One of his daughters, Serena is her name, said with all these people were sending her messages saying, set up a page so we can make donations to
Right.
him. So she said, oh, okay, fine, I'll do that. So she set up a GoFundMe page, and I'm going to click on here and see where it's at now. $424,000.
That's amazing. I love that.
And
good
growing.
for him.
So, yeah, that is over 14,000 people contributed to this.
I
by
love
the way.
that so much.
So I think that's really neat. And again, this guy has been a valued employee for almost 40 years. So I think it's really neat. And sadly, the company that he works for doesn't have a giant fund to do that. It would be great if they did, but they don't. And I understand that they don't. But I think it's cool that people stepped up and said,
Right.
hey, we want to do something.
Right.
So,
And way to go, David Spade.
yeah, thanks, David. I kind of like him.
I do
I think he
too.
seems like a neat dude.
Me too.
I'm going to quit talking for a while. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. I hope I sound better tomorrow. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.